Even today, over 2/3 of all the unfrozen fresh water on Earth is found within the Amazon basin. It's a widespread myth that rainforests produce a large proportion of the Earth's oxygen, that they are the green lungs of the planet. In fact, mature forests are in equilibrium. They consume as much oxygen in the decay of organic matter as they produce through photosynthesis. Many scientists studying climate believe that burning tropical forests contributes significantly to global warming and could destabilize the polar ice caps. This theory is based on the fact that the rainforests are huge reservoirs of carbon, which is stored in living vegetation. Burning the forests will add to the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Heading into the jungle on foot allows a closer inspection of the teeming multitudes of tiny creatures. In terms of sheer numbers, insects are the most significant residents of the tropical rainforest. As the great scientist Dr. E.O. Wilson remarked, "If all mankind were to disappear, the world would regenerate back to the rich state of equilibrium that existed 10,000 years ago. If insects were to vanish, the environment would collapse into chaos." All the insects of the Amazon have achieved an astonishing degree of specialization, seeking out every source of sustenance and advantage. Their designs and variations seem endless. A single tree might support 40 different species of ants. These social insects often build their nests in trees. Despite their tiny size, ants alone make up 10% of the biomass of all animals in the rainforest. Back from the front lines of a swarm raid, worker ants clean a soldier ant. The smaller ants kill and carry the colony's prey and also feed the queen and her store of larvae. A well-constructed termite nest that clings to the side of a tree may shelter thousands of these highly social creatures. A secretive tarantula ambles along a leaf, searching for prey. A giant black beetle clings to the underside of a leaf. The peanut-headed moth has a clever tactic to frighten away hunting birds. When threatened, this moth will spread his wings to flash his fierce, false eye spots. A spider patiently awaits unsuspecting flying insects that swarm everywhere at night. A climbing inchworm hangs by a slender silvery thread. 1 square mile of the rainforest may be home to as many as 1,500 species of butterflies. By comparison, there are only 750 species in all of the United States and Canada. Some butterflies camouflage themselves to look like the leaves around them. Others advertise their presence with bold yellow and black stripes. The rare morpho butterfly shimmers with iridescent color in the dim light of the forest. Its entire lifespan is about 4 months, with its adult stage lasting only 17 days. Frogs are an appropriate emblem of the jungle because they flourish in the rain. These endearing amphibians have a way of facing you with a goggle-eyed gaze that is disconcertingly human. Frogs never drink, but rather take in all their moisture through their skin. They tend to sit quietly when approached, making them easy to photograph. Adhesive pads on their feet allow them to climb slender branches with confidence. A convict tree frog perches on a branch over the river. Some frogs blend so well with their environment that they can easily escape detection. By contrast, poison arrow frogs advertise their lethal potential with their bold, colorful markings. Their thin skin provides them with armor against most predators. The wet, granular surface of their colorful skins is packed with glands that ooze some of the world's most potent poisons. Poison arrow frogs forage and socialize by the light of day, indifferent to the many frog-eating birds, snakes, and mammals. Indigenous forest people have, for centuries, used the frog's toxic skin secretions for the tips of their arrows and blowgun darts. Because the rainforest is a habitat of dim shade pierced by fragments of blinding sun, we walk with the knowledge that snakes might be right beside us, almost overhead or underfoot, without us seeing them easily. The non-poisonous black-skinned parrot snake is well camouflaged as it stalks birds and lizards amid the leafy jungle. This baby Amazon tree boa uses its protective coloration to elude predators and to capture small creatures that venture too close. Like all boas, this snake will constrict prey to kill it, then crush it to make the meal easier to consume. An emerald tree boa has coiled itself around a stout branch as it slowly digests a big meal. This snake can grow to a length of 7 feet. A heat-sensing facial pit and long teeth help this tree boa capture its prey. The boa constrictor is the most familiar and dangerous boa of the rainforest. The boa's dappled skin pattern helps him blend with his surroundings. When threatened, this snake coils up into a defensive position, ready to strike. While the bite of a boa is not poisonous, the boa's saliva carries the potential for a dangerous infection. These snakes can survive for long periods between meals. A recently killed poisonous fer-de-lance snake by the side of a well-traveled trail is a stark reminder of the dangers that may lurk in the jungle. This heavy-bodied snake coils on the ground, often near game trails, waiting for possums, rodents, and other small mammals to pass within striking range. It is capable of devouring an animal that is 150 times its own weight. The tranquil surface waters of the Amazon's backwater creeks and lagoons look deceptively tranquil. The murky waters conceal a relentless struggle for survival. The Amazon River has over 3,000 species of fish, more than any other river system in the world. By way of comparison, the Mississippi and Missouri River system has about 375 species of fish. Few fish inspire such fear and awe as the piranha. Theodore Roosevelt wrote of the piranha, "The head with its short muzzle, staring malignant eyes, and gaping, cruelly armed jaws is the embodiment of evil ferocity, and the actions of the fish exactly match its looks." He also remarked that the piranha is a fish that eats men when it gets the chance. By catching a number of these fierce fish with hook and line, we were able to reverse that axiom, although the fish are not especially tasty. The pink river dolphin has benefited from myths about its supernatural powers. In this part of the world, it is believed that the spirits of drowned persons enter the bodies of these marine mammals and then transform themselves into handsome young men. Consequently, there has been no direct hunting of this dolphin. Weighing up to 400 pounds with a length of 8 feet, this is the largest river dolphin in the world. They can see well, but they must rely on their sonar as they swim through the murky waters. Our river guide carefully holds a young speckled caiman. This small reptile may someday grow to a length of 10 feet. Once his photo opportunity is done, he's put back into the river, where he gratefully submerges to the muddy depths. A young boy playfully puts a stick into the extended jaws of a caiman's skull to demonstrate the former size of this reptile's lethal bite. Many slow-moving nocturnal reptiles avoid predators with their artful camouflage. A green tree iguana perfectly matches the coloration of his surroundings.